Have this one, which I do a lot. You will learn that I do a lot of different varieties of art, including music, drawing, but I also do embroidery. So I have this little cat that I drew that I wanted to embroider. Never ended up doing it, but maybe I will one day in like October time. This one, this is all like 2020-ish. This page was meant to be a drawing, but it ended up just being my test page for my markers that I got that were brand new, as you can tell. I tried some blending techniques. I wrote down some of the colors. Started trying to color in this ear and see what all this stuff looked like. And some more blending here and blending here. I was just kind of figuring out what it would all look like. But this is when I started to get back into drawing. This is about 3 pages in. Yeah. I started watching My Hero Academia, and after that I was like, this show is so amazing, I have to read the manga. So I ended up reading the manga and then reading what happened after season 5. As you know, season 6 is already out, so I'm hoping that there are no spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched it yet. But seeing art that I loved so much inspired me to draw more. So if you remember any of these pages from the manga, this is from season 5. This is Aizawa when he finds out about his friend, and this is present Mike talking to the doctor. I just love the emotion in all of this, especially here. I just felt so bad for him, but I wanted to draw them, and I was very, very proud of myself to be able to draw something that was so different before, but something that I'd always wanted to do. It really motivated me to start drawing more. This drawing is actually not mine. It is my brother's girlfriend's drawing. Most of my friends are artists. My brother's girlfriend and I were friends beforehand, but she drew this beautiful girl on my thing. She took it when I was still in school. She came to my lunch table and she did that, which I will cherish forever. This next one is for a very short time I played D&D, and I had a girl character. She was an elf named Minerva, who I literally came up with on the spot, and she ended up becoming this very well developed character. She ended up dying, to no fault of my own. Everybody died because I don't know, this beast thing just stepped on us, because the guy that runs the thing just decided to. But this is her. This was like the concept art for her. As you could tell, they look kind of different, but this was just kind of when I was trying to get the concept of what I wanted her to look like. And this is also a very old art style of mine. I don't really draw this way anymore. After that was when Security Breach came out, and my Five Nights at Freddy's stage came back from when I was a kid, and I just fell in love with it. So this one, this sun drop one, I drew 15 minutes before class started, and I finished it, and I was really proud of it because it was the first time that I was able to draw hands, and I thought that I'd never be able to do it again, which, spoiler alert, somehow I convinced the gods to let me draw hands. This was inspired by a TikTok video I saw when Five Nights at Freddy's was trending, and Foxy looked so silly. This one also was inspired by a TikTok, so I ended up drawing these. I took this one and this one, and I rendered them on my iPad, and they're for sale also as stickers on my eBay shop. This one was my first drawing I did of my idea of what Michael Afton looks like. I ended up changing it slightly afterwards because I just didn't like the way that it looked. This is a blank page after I was trying to teach someone how to draw hair, which I guess I'll show you for that a little bit, but I was like, yeah, this is how you draw hair, and they're like, thank you for showing me that. I used to go to Barnes and Nobles with a friend, and we would get coffee, and we would draw, and this page is the product of that. I have Shigaraki that I did in my style, Aizawa that I did in my style. I'm not really keen of these ones, but they're like okay, like, you know, I was experimenting. This one I like a lot. I took a reference photo and I drew Shigaraki because I just thought that the picture looked so cool. This one is Midoriya in my style that I did up here at the top. Looks a bit different from what my artwork looks down. This is I love Aizawa. He's one of my favorite characters, so I ended up doing this silly little thing of him. And then over here is Midoriya, which just used to be just line art until I decided I got some Prismacolor pencils and I wanted to test them out, so I ended up coloring in the background, and then I put these, it's like all the colors that I use for his face and all the greens that associate with him. This next one isn't exactly finished. I wouldn't call it finished. It might look finished, but it's not. It's like a mixture of Oboro and Kuroki and everything. Because on Tumblr I saw it was like a pirate AU, so I thought it'd be really cool if like his hair was mixed in with his original and like Kuroki's colors. The markers ended up bleeding, so I decided to scrap it because I just didn't like it afterwards. But I was also trying to practice like shading, clothes, and anatomy and stuff like that. Then we have some unfinished ones, like this one. Never ended up finishing it because I didn't really like it. It's supposed to be my friend's D&D character. This one I really like because the hand looks amazing, and I don't know how I did it. If you guys know, this was I think from I believe season 3 when they're training. Aizawa is trying to tell them, he says this will be so harsh that you'll wish you were dead, so you do your best to stay alive. This is the hand I have to marvel at because I can't believe I did that. I just thought this panel was so funny. I wanted to keep it to its original manga style, so I didn't color it in or anything like that. These next ones have spoilers for the manga of My Hero Academia, so don't look if you don't want to know. But I decided to draw a Dabi up at the top here. This is we're into 2022 now with this one. This is April 2022, and this is also April. So these ones will be just about a year old now. Up at the top here we have plus Dabi, the madman with flames as fierce as endeavors. And then down here we have Shigaraki, which I might have just smeared that a little bit, but that's okay. One of the things that suck about drawing sometimes is how bad some of your drawings will smear. This next one is a mixture of Five Nights at Freddy's and My Hero Academia. I labeled it The Children Who Deserve Better Childhoods. So here we have the Crying Child. If you don't know who the Crying Child is, he is like the unofficial name of Michael Afton and Elizabeth Afton's younger brother and William Afton's son, who was bitten by one of the animatronics. Some people call him Chris Afton, or some people call him Evan Afton, you know, whatever, it's up to you. So I just used the general name, Crying Child. This one is Toya. When he was crying to his dad, and he says, because I've got you for a father. And this one I labeled Tenko Shimmer because it's Shigaraki as a kid when he was looking at a picture of his grandmother. This next one is a mixture of my D&D character and Michael Afton. So up here is my like new rendered version of Michael Afton in my style. I actually really like this drawing because I feel like I captured him pretty well. His if you don't know, his I think it's like SFM, that like model thing that people were using for the videos. And then these ones, if you ever watch Legend of Korra, I use them as reference photos for my D&D character. This one is not the one I was showing before. Her name is Drusilla. I drew them both in the same day, but I was kind of just experimenting with how I wanted her to look. These ones were when I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of Sonic, but I do really enjoy the games and everything, so I decided to draw Shadow and Tails. Tails is my favorite. He's so cute. This was also one of the first times I used my markers, so it was very exciting and very nerve-wracking. Some parts were really hard to do, but in the end I think it ended up coming out pretty good. This one was kind of easy but kind of hard, because I was able to be as messy as I wanted, and then I was just able to go over the black and shape out whatever I wanted, versus this one where I had to be careful because there was nothing to go over. And this one's just a sketch that I never finished. This one was going to be some practice on like emotions on different faces, and I decided Shigaraki would be the perfect one to do. I absolutely love how, you know, I did his hands. I'm very proud of the hands and the fingers, and the line work that I did. I was very afraid that I would mess it up, but I ended up being okay. And down here I have Aizawa that I did. Not very fond of that one, so I never got to finish it. This one I have is Michael Afton crying over the crying child after he's passed away. Again, not my favorite, but you know, it was just some practice that I did. Practice never hurts, even if you mess up, so it's kind of like, if I fail, at least I know that I'm learning. This one is Bakugo. I ended up losing motivation to do this one, so I never did the line art, but I figured that I should finish the sketch, just again to learn and stuff like that. This is from season 3, when Bakugo gets kidnapped, and he's talking to the villains, and he says, "I've always admired All Might's triumphs." Again, look at the hand. I don't know how I did it, but I did. I guess it's really true that if you just keep and references, practicing hands and references. This one is my D&D character, Drusilla. If you have watched my other videos, you might remember I did a video where I colored in her hair. So there's that one. That one I really liked. It was one of the first times I felt like really content and comfortable using the markers. This is Minerva that I did trying to do some background practice based off a Pinterest picture I saw. It was pretty hard because I didn't really know how to do things like the clothes and stuff, but I tried my best. This next one is also a D&D character, Drusilla, with practicing some of the markers and stuff. Now this is actually hasn't hit a year yet. This was done June 24th, and we are June 12th. This next one I did a couple months ago, actually. This is Monty. Don't really like how it came out, but I never end up finishing it because of that. These ones are the parallels between my D&D characters' stories. This is Minerva, and this is Drusilla. I would like to put them on another story someday, so maybe you might see that in the future. This also concludes the same scene in my D&D character, her story and stuff like that. This one I was just messing around with the mouth, and I continued off of that and I just kept going, trying to figure it out. But I think it looks pretty cool. This is her as a child and as a baby. Okay, and then next I have this Shigaraki drawing. This one I did October. Now, I think that this was like, this is a huge difference in my artwork. I feel like this was like when I really started to improve and like do different things and stuff. I did this is found on a reference, which I think the reference photo I used was the animation sketch for season 6. I drew these when I used to work at this it was like a little Lofi shop. I was so bored. It was so slow and nobody was there with me. I was by myself, and I started drawing these little guys, little L's. I drew his eye because I really like the way it looks in the manga compared to in the anime. I had a lot of fun with drawing those. And then I will show this one first. I'll show these ones next. So these ones I also have available as stickers on my eBay. First I did Misa. I wanted to challenge myself with colors and stuff like that I've never done before, and a style that I've never, like, kind of like my style, using reference but like making it my own. So I decided, I sketched her out, I did the outline, and then I just kind of scribbled marker over her, and I really wanted to see how dynamic I could make my drawing using only one marker. So I just kept layering the same color over and over again to get the shading and stuff like that. And then I had a silver gel pen. As you can see, it's very reflective, and I used that. And then if you don't know this, or if you're just an artist who's never used like alcohol markers, there's a thing called a colorless blender. And I know that the name sounds off-putting, like blender, but it's not for blending. It's actually for like taking the pigment out. So I did that over and over on the eyes to get the pigment out of the eyes. And then I kind of gave an outline. I gave her some hearts, her name, and then my signature plus the date, which is 4/14/23. I did this for Dobby. Same thing with the reflectives. I gave his piercings reflective, unlike her, where I did her highlights and her blushing cheeks, some of the jewels on her thing. This one was pretty fun to do. And then I did your Spy Family, because I love her. Now I did do her slightly different than the reference picture I did, but I do really love how this came out, and I wanted to give her gold, because I thought the red and gold would look really nice, but my gold gel pen wasn't working, so I ended up using the silver. But you know, I'll be honest, I really like the silver, so I made her sword silver with the blood coming down, her headband and her earrings and her eyes and stuff like that. And then to finish it off, I did pink, blue, and red. I wanted to do different colors before I would start to repeat them. So I had a page. I don't have the drawing anymore because I gave it to my brother, but I accidentally messed up the page here by letting the marker bleed through, but I didn't want to get rid of the page. So I decided to draw Lloyd from Spy Family in green, because green was the color I haven't done yet. So I did the same thing that I did with the other ones, except I gave him his little highlights, and he doesn't have as much silver as the other ones, but I think it still looks pretty nice. And again, these are available as stickers on my eBay that I have it linked in the description. And I believe that is it for the most part for this one. I think the box looks pretty cool with the way the marker bled through. This one was just like me messing around again, because it bled through here. It's like a little plastic piece that you're supposed to use, but I think I forgot to put it there. This is just a sketch of my D&D character again, but I'm gonna sketch more probably on this page, which is why I say it's like kind of done, but not really. But that is the last page. Oh, I have one more page left. Right? So for the next one, I have this. So I wanted to make a statement with this first one, and I wanted to make the first page look really nice. So I have these stickers in here too. So I decided to draw my boyfriend if he was the avatar. So took a picture of him, drew him. I used Aang as a reference, and then I did the flames and the smoke around him to kind of fill in the gaps. And then next, this one is from, this kind of goes back a little bit from this one. This one is in December, and then this one is also December of last year. I drew Natsu. Did some more sketching with the markers, like learning how to use them. I feel a lot more comfortable, which you can see in this one that I did. I don't know if you guys seen, I think it's the Princess and the Cobbler, or the Thief and the Cobbler. I watched the unfinished version, but I made this one. I kind of took the two, I screenshotted one of my favorite pictures and then I put them together because I really liked how I just thought they were so cute together, so I wanted to make something kind of them, you know, blushing at each other the way they did in the movie. This next one I did while I was in a car ride on the way to see some of my boyfriend's family, and I was really bored, and I just started scribbling, in which came out this, which is available as a print also on my eBay. So we have like the crying child. This represents the crying child, and then all the children, the 5 children that were murdered. This is Golden Freddy with a child inside crying. On it has the bite of 83, and it's me. I don't know if this is gonna appear backwards for you guys. Tomorrow is another day, and over here we have Springtrap, and then the pixel version of Crying Child, and then on the rest it has like different quotes from it. This says Crying Child. Over here he wants to get up close and personal, which is what Michael often said before he pushed him up to Freddy. You know what happens if he catches you. He's left without you. He knows that you hate it here. Springtrap's famous, I always come back. Help. She can, and if you remember this from Sister Location, she could dance, she can sing, she's equipped with a built-in helium tank. There was more to that quote, but here's a hand reaching out to Crying Child, which I wanted to represent as like Michael Afton reaching out to his brother, trying to save him after he feels sorry for what he had done. I really am proud of that one. Next was a watercolor painting that I did of my boyfriend when we went for a walk. These are literally actually Crayola watercolors because I didn't want to invest in watercolors for my first time using them. I do have watercolor pencils, but I never really enjoyed them because I felt like I didn't get the pigment out. So this was a lot easier to do. I ended up taping out the sides. The texture feels a lot different here than it does here. It feels almost like kind of chalky. So this one I just peeled off the tape and everything. Now next, my favorite characters from My Hero Academia are Shigaraki and Aizawa. So for this one, I saw this Pinterest meme. It was a cat dressed as Aizawa. So I wanted to draw him as a cat. And I forget what Studio Ghibli, I think it is. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm so sorry. But I took inspiration from the cat from the movies, which unfortunately I've never seen and I want to see so bad. But anytime I go to the store to go buy it, I'm not even lying to you, FYE has them for like for one movie it's like $50, and like part one or part two of just part of the season for My Hero Academia or any other show is like $70, and I cannot find them anywhere else. I cropped this one out, and I made it a sticker that's on my eBay. So this one is selling at this moment because I didn't really like the background. I didn't think it would do well as a print. But here I have his name, Shota Aizawa. And then here's like if you ever seen the show, right before the ad starts, you know, the advertisement, the commercial, they have like a character card. Erase your heroes, erase their head. Quirk, erase your birthday, November 8th, Zodiac, Scorpio. And then they have like his likes and stuff, which he likes cats, if you didn't know. This next one I did is just basically the same thing. I did Shigaraki cat. And I think it was a clever play on my part to make the paws, like the hands on him and stuff like that. And this one I don't have up yet, but I do plan on selling this one. So that's about everything that I have in my sketchbooks for the both of them. These are my most recent artworks. So this one is basically from December till now. This one is, I would say, 2021 until now. So about 2 years of artwork is in this. So 2 years of progress, excluding the 3 beginning pieces. So we have from this to, let's see. To this as a half. Where's the as a one? This to what we have now, which I would say is this. So I think I've improved quite a bit. And I think it's pretty cool. So I just wanted to show you guys some of that. I thought it would be a pretty cool video. You guys did that out. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support me, all my links are in the description if you want to go check that out. I have my Patreon, my TikToks, my art YouTube, and also my eBay store. So thank you so much for watching.